Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames. In this video, we're gonna talk about Wiz Khalifa. There's something about Wiz Khalifa that is just always so different and so refreshing. Now, I'm not talking about his personal life. I'm talking about him as an individual. I'm not talking about like his dating history. I'm talking about like him always choosing to be unapologetically himself. I find that to be one of the most attractive thing about a person, whether it may be a man or a woman. For me, that is pretty admirable. Like when I see individuality, it pulls my interest and I want to learn more about that, individual. I don't like people looking all like copy and paste, copy and paste. So when I see people like Wiz Khalifa, Little Uzi, those people, they have my attention because I want to see what they're wearing. For me, their art is very expressive of who they are, and it's just always very much truly interesting to me. Okay? But this time around, we're going to talk something else because Wiz Khalifa, a few months ago, he basically said that he dropped alcohol and he lost, I think it was 18 pounds. He said he lost, or 28 pounds. Someone correct me on that, right? Now, he's saying that he's only doing earth drugs, which is weed and shrooms. Man, let me tell you, Wiz Khalifa is always onto something else. But that alcohol part of it, definitely no joke. And it's really good to see someone in the industry talking about alcohol. But shrooms and weed can be equally dangerous unless he's getting the medical grade, especially when it comes to marijuana. Because if you all don't know, marijuana has proven to be triggering to many people, especially to those who may have a history of like schizophrenia in their bloodline. So if you're a smoker, you just want to be very careful and watch out for that, okay? Now, let's talk about this report. Because Wiz Khalifa says he's been dry for 8 months and is a better man for it. But he's got no plans to abandon weed and shrooms, okay? Now, according to this TMZ report, they're saying the Black and Yellow rapper is back with a new album, Cali Sober, which he explained on the community podcast as his custom spin on sobriety living in the Golden State. Now, Wiz says his key to quitting drinking was he stopped taking sips between takes while recording in the booth and ultimately decided to stop after the occasional lapse during performance time or family function. Do you know when they're like in the record studio and they would just take a little sip, sip, sip during each pause or each break in their song while they're recording? That's what he's talking about. And oftentimes too, a lot of artists says that being in the studio does really encourage them to drink because sometimes they're there for lengthy hours trying to complete an album, and sometimes the alcohol, helps them to take off that little edge. But at the same time, many of them realize that in trying to take off that edge, they become addicted to alcohol. So I find that, a few number of people are trying to distance themselves from alcohol. We're in the day, age, and era where everyone wants to be the best version of themselves. While they cannot fully rid themselves of all their habits, at least they're trying to taper things down a bit. And I have to say that is pretty much commendable. But let's continue with what Mr. Wiz has to say. He's saying that he has tested out being booze-free on the road for the first time ever this past summer when he and Snoop Dogg embarked on their high school reunion tour and had everyone getting in shape without worrying about hangovers. That's really good. Now, he's saying that, they're saying rather, rappers have been cleaning up their act left and right this year. The last time they spoke to Little Uzi Vert, they praised the act of sobriety, having recorded the Pink Tape drug free before it came the first hip hop album to go number one in 2023. French Montana, Busta Rhymes, Method Man, and several other rap legends recently bonded together for a healthcare initiative. It's a growing trend. And I definitely appreciate that coming from these guys. And I do hope that their story would get out more to a lot of people and influence their fans, to really cut out drinking. We know that not everyone is going to stop drinking, but I believe that, based on what the industry is realizing, that so many of them are having some medical challenges that can be attributed to their high alcohol intake. And Wiz Khalifa is letting us know that him cutting out alcohol has done him a world of good, but he's still heavy on the weed and on the shrooms. Well, I guess maybe slowly but surely he might find his way off those as well. And if he doesn't, it is okay. But I want to hear from you all. Let me know what are your thoughts about Mr. Wiz Khalifa saying that he has gotten alcohol out of his system, lost some weight, but he's definitely sticking to shrooms and weed. I want to hear from you all. While you're at it, show your girl some love and see you all later. Bye.